Welcome to Inner Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. Restoration that brings new life is on the way. I'm hearing it's here. It's here in full effect. Yeah. Beautiful. Restoration that brings new life. So something was ended, maybe prematurely, or something was taken that was meant to be with you. 111 on the timer. Yeah. It's being restored. But new life. This restoration brings something that's new. Or at least it feels new. It brings the feeling of something that you haven't felt before. It's a new energy. What is the Spirit? Safe, clarity, protection, and freedom. Oh, we love that. Yeah, this new life is coming to you because you are protected. And no matter what was taken from you, oh, well, this safe, I'm thinking like a thief. A thief could have come and tried to steal something, or maybe they did steal something. They took something while you weren't looking. Okay. So one of the things that's coming with this new feeling is awareness. I'm hearing you know what to look for now. You're in a different space that you're ready for now because you've been prepared. You've been prepared and you've been preparing. So while you've been working, your spirits have been working with you and for you. Yeah, this is why you are so safe. I'm hearing you are so safe. So the fact that they're saying you're so safe, there could be some apprehension, some anxiety about this new space, I'm hearing this new territory that you're in. And okay, so what I'm seeing is that on one level, like there are dimensions to this territory that you're stepping into. On some dimensions, you have already explored this territory, but you're ascending within this territory. So you're going higher within a space. That could be why it's a new feeling. I know that came through and it stood out to me that you're about to feel something that you haven't felt before. You know how like when you're in an airplane or even when you're like in the mountains, your ears pop, your body is making adjustments. So that's what's been happening, is that you've been adjusting to a new level, or for a new level. I'm hearing you've been adjusting for a new level. I'm hearing pickpocketing, like a pickpocketer. So somebody, yeah, they do that when people aren't looking. So somebody took something from you when you weren't looking. Tell us more, Spirit. Thank you for this. I keep looking at this word on this bottle. It says blended. Somebody wanted to blend in. Okay, you know, that's how pickpocketers work. Like they blend in with the crowd. Or they wear a disguise. So this could have been somebody wearing a mask, presenting themselves as someone else. I'm getting the vibe of a catfish, catfishing energy. But somebody misrepresented themselves in order to take something from you. This could have been financial because it's a safe, but it also could have been anything else that's dear to you, okay? Yeah, because there's a heart here, right there. So it was something, even if it was financial abundance, it's something that is related to your heart space. It's precious to you. You're going to be more than compensated for that, I'm hearing. Full restoration and then some. Okay. You know, I'm getting the energy of like when somebody files a lawsuit against someone because maybe there was malpractice, if this was like medical, and it doesn't have to be that this was your situation, but this is just what's coming through. So if someone files a malpractice lawsuit or something like that, or maybe if somebody files a lawsuit against a company because there was something that was faulty that created a harmful situation or something like that. A person files a lawsuit and they just want justice, right? They just want justice. They want their medical bills covered. This isn't an energy of like somebody using the system to get wealthy. It's not like that, okay? But it's that you just want justice for the harm that was done to you or for what was taken away from you. It could have been time, energy, effort, resources, okay? But the judgment that's made is like, maybe you were just asking for $10,000 because that's what you need to cover the expenses, but they find that you're owed a lot more. 717 on the timer. You're owed a lot more because this goes deeper, even deeper than what they did to you. Okay. Okay. And it doesn't have to be a lawsuit, but that's like how I'm seeing it in the spirit realm, where the judgment that's being made by the divine is that you're owed more than what you were wanting or wanting to manifest or wanting to rebuild in your life. You're getting much more. Trash can, release, restart, renew. This could be because you released something. Yeah. You walked away kindly. You walked away kindly, so you left something in the past, or you're leaving something in the past, but you're not harboring ill will in your heart. I heard it is what it is. You might have that kind of mentality now. This could be after a long time of fighting. So it feels like you've done what you can do. Now you're shifting gears. The universe is rewarding that. Toaster, sudden rise, spring. Something fun is about to pop. Let this joy light up your day. And it came out in reverse. So what I'm getting is that, oh, and I overlooked this one. So there's something that was overlooked. Because this toaster energy, the fact that it came out in reverse, I'm getting that there are two different situations here. Depending on what a person's intentions were regarding this journey that you've been on, they're either going to get a fun surprise, or I'm hearing a calamity, like a tragedy. Yeah, that toaster card came out over the innocence and curiosity. So it depends on a person's innocence, and that's like with a trial. The energy of a trial keeps coming through, so for some of you this could be something legal, or perhaps the person who stole from you is now facing legal consequences, okay? You're being found innocent. This card is for you, nursery room, because you have a childlike heart. You have the inner sea. What's inside you is clearly seen, and there's clarity regarding who you are. But there are other beings who are not being found innocent, and that's why the toaster came out in reverse. Because there are beings involved in this situation that are receiving judgment that they are not looking forward to. They're being held accountable. Yeah. This is more like the judgment that they're receiving. Toilet. Empty, chaos, and restart. All the chaos that they created, it served nothing for them, except for the awareness that they need to do something different. I'm hearing that that is clear to them, that what they've been doing isn't working. That could be a big deal. Just realizing that what they're doing isn't working. I'm not seeing any, I haven't pulled any cards, and I'm not pulling on that energy, but as far as how they're moving forward, I don't know. But what's coming through clearly right now is that there is someone who wronged you. They may have stolen something from you. They realize now that what they did not serve them. They are very clear on that. Okay? They're extremely clear on that. Thank you, Divine. What else is coming through for this beautiful being? Oh, all right, Spirit. There's a story here. Someone's wishing that they had listened in order to heal. They see your beauty and they see your wisdom. With the beauty card and the High Priestess of Spirit, this is how you're being seen. It's your thought energy. You're very thoughtful in a very positive way. You allow your thoughts to bring you to understanding. This is an energy of a connection between air and water. There could be Aquarius energy here, doesn't have to be, but that's the energy that you embody. You allow your thoughts to bring understanding. Yeah. Completion of a cycle. This is card 37, which is 10, and the cycles card. What else here? These came out in reverse. This is how, whoever this was that took from you, this is their perspective, okay? They're seeing things as very complicated because they played games. You hear kids playing. Also, they feel like a child. This is because they have to start their life all over again. Yeah, they're not liking it. They feel like the differences between who they want to be and who they are is so complicated. They are feeling overwhelmed about the changes that they need to make. And they're seeing that that's why they have focused on you and targeted you, is because they were frustrated with where they are or where they've been. I'm hearing where they've been living, so this could be somebody who wanted to improve their surroundings or improve their life, but they gave up on their plans for their life and they started focusing on you, attacking you. They feel completely invisible. You might not be talking to this person, but also, okay, they feel invisible, but then we've got don't forget here. So they don't want you to forget them. They're hoping that you would give some sort of focus to rebuilding with them. But it's been concluded, yeah. It's been concluded. They're hoping that you would direct your focus, meditation, towards love. I'm not getting like divine love. I'm getting like reconnection, some sort of whatever it is that this person's idea of love is. Okay? They're hoping to have or build some sort of vision with you, but they know you have a choice, and that the choice that you've made is that it's over. Conclusion. Okay. This is confirmation that this being, oh yeah, and the deceit card. This person is only, yeah, and this is card 15, that's the devil card. They're only willing to show I'm hearing a sliver of themselves. Somebody could like pie, or a certain kind of pie. Lemon chest pie is coming through, apple pie. Ooh, sweet potato pie. You might make pie, or like pie, or they might like pie. But I'm also seeing that, like very figuratively, this person is only willing to give a fragment, with the fragment card coming through, a sliver of themselves. They're only willing to show a very slight part of the whole. A very slim part of the whole. Showing themselves feels forbidden, with this being card 18, like the moon card in the tarot. Also, showing their true self stirs up a lot of anxiety for them, and so they're very rigid in their ways, yeah, which involve deceit. They're remaining stuck in their ways with the rigid card there of deceit. I'm hearing that's how they play. They don't show their cards. They don't even show their face. So they wear a mask. And you're seen here as the High Priestess of Air. It's funny because I saw air coming through with this, but then I mentioned water. That was Aquarian energy that I saw coming through. But this is spirit, which is oftentimes associated with cups, okay? But spirit can truly come through any of the elements. But here is High Priestess of Air. So whoever this is that's trying to come through with deceitful ways, they're trying to use their words, but they also feel like their words have been exposed. Their lies have been exposed. We're at minute 19. I'm hearing they've run out of lies to tell. Well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing to run out of lies. Okay. All right. What is the most important thing for this beautiful being to know? There is anger, residual anger I'm hearing. Also that song by Chris Brown, Residuals, okay? So there's like leftover anger regarding something within a family. There could be kids involved. There could be a Virgo involved. A lot of anger. The God, a masculine who, or a divine. Let me clarify this. God energy, this God card, because the mice is right next to him. So let's see, this God card, Spirit, please clarify it. Rebirth. Yeah, okay, so this feels like restoration. So this God energy, this divine energy, I'm getting like emperor, like it's definitely masculine energy, but it doesn't have to be a male, okay? But this is active creation and building. I'm feeling like building wealth, okay? Building something, all right? This is restoration that's coming through, rebirth, renewal after a time of having a lot of mice behind you, okay, around you, trying to find you, I heard, trying to find you. Also, we had the birds here, so people talking, people gossiping, chatting in a social environment, setting with some sort of gathering. There could have been a party where the whole goal was to gossip or see if you would keep moving. Take that how it resonates. But their plans were surrounded by clouds. It was like their plans became cloudy. 2222 on the timer because of your balance. There's something here about a union that has unlocked abundance. Now, I'm seeing this in a couple of ways. If you are divorcing from someone or separating from someone or have separated from someone, there could be a really nice settlement here. This could be a divorce settlement, okay? This could be past, present, future. This person could be the person that stole from you. They may have stolen from you energetically, and now they have to compensate for that financially, okay? Could be that. But there's something about a union. Now, for some of you, you're in a healthy union, and this is unlocking abundance for you. I'm getting the vibe of like creative abundance. Just saw 2323 on the timer. Creative abundance, wholeness. It feels whole, like a wholesome union or love, okay? But those of you who are walking away from that union that did not serve you, there's something that you're about to experience that is abundant for you. Now I'm getting that this settlement, it doesn't have to be directly from the person. It could be because of something that they went through or experienced. Maybe you've separated or divorced. You're divorcing from someone who received a settlement and they didn't want to give you any of the money, or maybe they received an inheritance, and somehow you're being blessed with abundance with this situation, and it feels financial. What's coming through here, it feels financial. Other means of abundance are also coming through, though, as far as your creative energy being restored. Okay, I'm getting the energy of success here. After a time where someone wanted to keep you on a leash, they wanted to control you, this is a part of a wonderful change that brings restoration to your life, okay? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, go to this one. What else, Divine? What else does this beautiful being need to know or needs to be clarified in this reading? Karmic relationship. Fleeting triggers, or fleeting. Oh, fleeting triggers. So, okay. And I've been getting that energy that, like, of lust. Like, maybe somebody wanted to come back into your zone and put it on you. You know, they can't put anything on you anymore because you're beyond that. Okay, but that could have been a part of this leash that they wanted to keep you on, where, like, they felt like they were able to control your mind because they were able to control other parts of you. Okay? But you freed yourself from that because something came to light. It could have been that you, with the sun energy, there's exposure that was there. Perhaps you realized that this person was not being faithful. Perhaps you realized that this person was, I'm hearing, oh, in bed with others. Okay, that'll resonate with somebody. Okay, but what I'm really getting is that whatever it was that was exposed, it provided the evidence that you needed to know that this was a karmic relationship. Toxic. I'm seeing like green goo, like acid that could burn through stuff. But you realize this. And you're aware of the turmoil that this brought into your life. And you are letting go. I love that. Letting go and loving you. Because you've chosen to not hold on to resentment, but to learn the lessons. Yeah. Ashe. Okay, so go to this one. What else? What is it that this beautiful being needs to know, Divine? What else do they need to know? Something's heating up. And that came through when I was lighting the incense. Something's heating up because I'm feeling the sun on my face. But it's like, what is this? Schedule. Schedule? Okay. Maybe somebody's trying to get a hold of your schedule. But what's heating up, Spirit? Care was in reverse. What's heating up? Nursery also came through. And with this care card, there's, oh my gosh. I got chills all throughout my body and butterflies. Now this could be past, present, future. But there's someone here who wants to know your, and this will resonate with some of you, okay? For some of you, there is a person who wants to know your schedule, like ovulation, so that for some of you, it's that they want to create a life and help get past a nightmare. But for others of you, and you'll know based on who's in your life, for those of you who are experiencing a divine union where there's love and harmony and connection, and you've been talking about this, this is letting you know that there is someone who is on board with creating a family or expanding a family, and they want to get past a nightmare. Okay? They want to move beyond a nightmare. But for others of you, for those of you perhaps who are separating or divorcing, and you're experiencing abundance because of that, there's someone who wants to know your ovulation schedule, your when you are fertile, so that they can, I'm hearing, lock you down. So in that case, this is someone who wants to create a pregnancy in order to get a hold of you, like to keep you tied to them. Spirit, y'all being real specific today. Okay, I'm grateful. Thank you. So you will know. Now that's why, because the sun was hitting my face, I was like, something's heating up. Something's heating up. And that's what they're trying to heat up. You know how when you are pregnant, or if you don't know, when a woman is pregnant, her body temperature increases. All right? But that's what somebody's trying to do here. And they feel like that way they would have a hold of your schedule, your life, being able to control you. So this is a warning for whoever this might apply to. If you were contemplating allowing this person back into your world when you know you've cut them off, that's how you know if that aspect of the reading is for you. If you have cut somebody off, you are done with them, you're healing, but they're coming back trying to tempt you, that is their plan. Even if you're not tempted by it, maybe for some reason Spirit wanted to just confirm this for you, that that is what they've been up to, trying to do that. Okay. Yeah, that nursery card. Because I was like, nursery? Okay, well. Okay. I guess we should have it like that. Yeah. That's their goal. But I'm looking at this sun card. It's like, for some of you, you may have already realized this and exposed it. And maybe that made you angry. Maybe that made you angry. Okay? Now, if this is something that has already happened and this was in your past, what's the message there, Spirit? Because I feel like there's a message coming through. If that is your situation, if you have already felt like this person wanted you all tied up and they, you know, moved forward with you like this or did this. Yeah. Okay, so we've got storm warning. You could have felt like this created a storm. But you know what? There's something like, while this person wanted to create a storm, you found something beautiful. You gained something beautiful. So if this led to motherhood, or it could have been fatherhood for you, this could have been a female that tricked a masculine into getting them pregnant, okay? You still found beauty in the situation. Connecting with your nurturing energy. I was just talking the other day about how I'm seeing so many men being wonderful nurturers. It is so good to see that aspect of men, because, you know, back in the day, it was shunned on. It was seen as like, well, the woman is supposed to do that. Why are you comforting the child? Why are you caring for the child? I love when I'm out and about and I see dads holding their child's hand or comforting a child, or, you know, taking care of them somehow, connecting with them, nurturing them. I love that. And I love to see it with mothers as well. Actually, I saw a mom the other day. She was teaching her daughter how to drive, and her daughter was trying to park and she ran into a wall. She drove into a wall. That mom got out, was calm. They switched sides. She backed the car out, and she put her arm around her and was like, it's okay. And they went into the store smiling. I was like, yes, you get Mom of the Year. I loved seeing that patience, you know. But anytime I see parents and children getting along or being good to each other, it's a great thing to see. So there's something here about even though someone set a trap for you, you still have gained so much. Not only potentially with this child and as a parent, but also just within yourself, realizing how amazing you are as a parent. And that's what's coming through, is whoever this message is for, you are a wonderful parent, okay? This is the energy that's coming through for you, is healer of the ages, okay? So you've gotten in touch with a lot of your healing abilities on this path, and this could have been after a time of indecision where you were like, I don't even know, like, why would they put me in this situation? Why am I having to deal with this? This wasn't my plan. You know, you may have felt controlled and duped, you know, but I feel like the joke's on them. The joke is on them, because this was something, whatever came about from this situation, whatever life came about from this situation, it brought you life. It brought you life. Not only outside of yourself, but within yourself as well, because it's awakened a different part of you that perhaps you weren't aware of before. So they're the ones that duped themselves, okay? Thank you, Spirit. They're saying to pull from this Lilith deck. What's coming through, Divine? What does this beautiful being need to know? Yeah, you've moved past limitations and fears, but I'm also getting, you see how this hand is like reaching back from another dimension? It's like somebody's trying to come back into your world because they feel limited and they feel fearful. That's all it is. Anyone from your past, and I'm staring at my Saturn poster, anyone from your past that was karmic, you know, you learned a lesson from them, but you weren't meant to have them remain in your life. Anybody who's reaching back to you now, especially with this being your reading, if this reading is resonating with you, what's coming through is that this person has not changed. They're not willing to do the work that they would need to do to change in a positive way. The only reason they're reaching towards you, trying to get back into your world, is because they feel limited and they feel very afraid. But you already know this. Okay, there was suffering in the past, maybe a sense of lack, but that's what Divine was bringing through, is that your future is abundant because there's something that is being restored and renewed for you. Yeah, there's a contract that's being broken, or it has been broken, because this contract, if you had remained in it, it would have brought endless debt. Endless debt. There could have been third parties involved, other people, and those third parties do not have to be romantic. They could have been, because it did come through that for some of you all in this situation there was infidelity, okay, that this person was involved in. But it could have also been in-laws. It could have been friends, associates, people who didn't truly care about you and whoever is important to you, okay? You're being blessed because you are committed as a wonderful parent. So if that doesn't apply to you, you have been nurturing your inner child, okay? But this is, I know it's a specific message, but somebody needs to know this, that you are being blessed because you have chosen to do the work that parents are required to do in order to give our children what they need, and that is not easy at all. That is not easy at all. I think all of our shadows come to light when we're a parent. Whatever it is that we've been hiding, it's like the sun is like, hey, I see you. I see who you really are and all those aspects of yourself that maybe you've been uncomfortable with or hiding. Now you're in the light, you know. It's kind of like that as a parent, because we're forced to interact with another being in a way that it highlights who we are, and we can no longer hide from it, you know. Divine is saying to give yourself grace and also to congratulate yourself for the work that you do, because you're dedicated and you're consistent and you radiate magic and love in your home, and it comes from your heart. It's real and it's true. Yeah. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, there's feminine energy here that has been awakened and enlightened. This could come as a result of your nurturing energy, your choice to nurture a life. But there's change that's occurred. You may have packed your bags and left, or you may have chosen to part ways from someone. You are receiving divine assistance from other realms, okay, from divine beings that have and always will look out for you. And the growth that you're about, look, oh my gosh, okay. Not only do we have growth, summer, but rebirth, winter. Rebirth came through with that masculine energy card. So whoever this is, it doesn't matter if you're male, female, non-binary. If this is your reading, all of your energy has been activated and is being balanced. That's why you have this rebirth, this renewal, and this growth that's happening. Yeah. Okay, Spirit, can you tell us a little bit about this growth? What is this growth that's occurring for this beautiful being? This growth that's taking place? It was 5 of Cups in reverse. I love it. There was sadness, emotional pain that is now being transmuted, transformed. And I love that there are these butterflies here to signify that. Whatever pain occurred between as a result of interaction between you and another being is being transformed. I'm hearing whatever brought you sadness is about to bring you joy. The result of those interactions with a being that was the source of the sadness. You're seeing the value of whatever happened in the past. It's no longer working against you, it's working for you. 4333 on the timer. Yeah. This tower is huge change that needed to happen in order to break that sadness. That's why that sadness came out in reverse, that 5 of Cups. Okay? Because you are resisting that hand, you remember on that card, that hand that was trying to come through and offer something or keep something going, because you're resisting that with the 4 of Cups, you maintain the focus that you need. And this card brings success. It brings victory as a result of your focus. You've got Ace of Cups. This is a brand new beginning. For some of you, this is that new life. Okay, literally a new life. For some of you, this is new love. But it is a new, bright, as the sun is shining right on me, beautiful beginning. Joy, success, happiness. And it's joy and success that, look at that, there's no room for shade. And this sun tree, I meant sun card, but trees could be very significant here, but because trees, growth, abundance. But in this sun card, there's not a single tree. Yeah, there are sunflowers down here, but there's not a single tree. So there's nothing that can bring shade to this sun that's coming to you, this success, this joy. There's nothing that can stop it. And I feel like that's because what you've been through has been so trying. You've passed the tests. 45 on the timer. And so now your wishes will be fulfilled. 4 and 5, 9, 9, 9. Your wishes will be fulfilled after these endings that you have experienced. These endings, they're over. And they've led to a rebirth that brings restoration, that brings undeniable success. I love it. Thank you, Divine. I'm so grateful for these messages that came through. And I'm grateful for you, beautiful being. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. Oh, it's funny, because usually when the sun comes through, I'm all hot. You know, usually I got my fan, but the temperature today was just perfect. It was so perfect. So that's signaling balance. But it did come through that things are heating up, but it's for something that's positive, okay? Yeah, maintain your boundaries and your focus. And you are just going to be so, like, surprised in such a beautiful way of the joy and success that's coming to you. Ashe, thank you, beautiful being. I love you. And I wish you peace. I wish you joy and so many blessings. And you know they coming. Ashe, take care.